Hey guys, Pheromone here. Today we're going to talk about cosplay guests, how to be a good one, how you might be approached to become one, and how to be respectful, thankful, so that you can become one again. We're going to draw from my own experiences, having done some guest work and hosted and judged a few cosplay conventions and whatnot. And hopefully, ideally, if you do get singled out for something like this, or if you know somebody singled out for this, you can give them this video as a primer. That way they know exactly what it is they need to do in order to make for a better community and to kind of keep this whole thing going. You know, we could be considered a dying breed. Not a lot of conventions are willing to shell out the money or the limelight in order to sponsor someone to come to their convention and give panels and really add a layer of authenticity to the convention. But for those of us who are lucky, we should really set a good example. That way other people can eventually have that sort of cosplay endgame. Some people take this very seriously. I always get a little upset when people say, oh, it's just a hobby. Not because I think, oh, it's anything more than a hobby. Of course it is, but it's a hobby and it's pretty expensive and time consuming. And there are a lot of other things that we could be doing, and we choose to do this. We choose to put on a performance art that really enriches the community and makes people have a lot of very special, happy memories. So we're going to try to keep up with that theme, and hopefully you guys will learn a little bit out of this. But like I said, today we're talking about cosplay guests. So a lot of this is already going to draw from the paper that I wrote called The Case for the Cosplay Guest, and if you haven't read that, I'll leave a link below, but I'm not going to get too repetitive. I want you to be able to enjoy the article while still being able to enjoy this video as a primer. And here's the thing, the main theme hasn't changed. If you are singled out by a convention that says, hey you, Kawaii-sama, we want you to come to our convention to help get people excited about cosplay, to teach them, to help make us have a really reputable, authentic costume contest with people who really know something about costuming. First, you don't want to just automatically say yes. Take a second to sort of feel them out, because here's the thing, cosplayers are very attractive, talented, exciting people that a lot of folks that are in convention staff want to reach out to, not necessarily for the best reasons. It's a really great hook to be like, hey cosplayer-sama, I'd like to invite you to be a guest, but we don't have a lot of hotel rooms. Please come room with me. So you want to make sure you're dealing with somebody who is reputable and represents the convention staff. You might ask people you know about a particular convention, or you might ask the convention's management, hey, does this guy really work on staff for you? I'd like to talk to him about that. He approached me. That's just a way to keep yourself safe. It's kind of like meeting somebody at a public place if you're buying something off of Craigslist. You just want to take every precaution you can in order to make sure that you're safe. Once you've gotten past that point, though, it isn't unheard of. I mean, I've been singled out, and other people I know have been singled out for certain amenities that make it attractive for somebody to cross city lines or state lines or even the country to go to a convention and really teach people the trade, the art. You gotta remember, cosplay is an industry, and while I said it's a budding industry, it's still an exciting, really frontier field. I mean, if you told me as a kid that we would be watching videos of people playing video games live, I thought you were crazy. But Twitch TV is huge. In fact, it's honestly one of the biggest internet giants to come out in the last couple of years. And so similarly, this may sound crazy that someone is willing to pay you to gather up all your cosplay props and give a sort of instructional panel, but it happens, and it's a really wonderful experience. It's something you can't get anywhere else, even on YouTube, because on YouTube, you know, sure, I'm going to tell you these things, you're going to comment below, we're going to do a follow-up video and keep the community going, but when it's live, that's even better. Now, granted, you know, you've got obviously a much smaller viewing base when you're in a room full of only a certain finite amount of people, but there's just nothing like it. And so if you're a real performance artist and you really want to teach people the craft, there's no replacing the experience of being a cosplay guest, because not only are you getting something out of it, of course, but you're able to give something, and there's this dynamic relationship you won't find anywhere else. But I'm repeating myself, so let's kind of get into some nuanced stuff. What you want to do when you're a cosplay guest is be thankful. Make yourself worth it. Because technically, your hotel room, if you're given one, if you're lucky enough to get one, any amenities that you're granted, even free badges, those all cost money. And the money comes from people, not a faceless corporation, but from individual people who buy a cosplay badge, or excuse me, a convention attendance badge. So they're $40, they're $60, they're hard-earned allowance, money they've saved up, money they may have otherwise spent on a video game or something else. That's like a vote. And it's a vote of confidence that the convention is going to provide really good quality guests. And so you need to be a good quality guest. You need to If you're headlining with a famous Japanese rock band or a voice acting celebrity of that kind, you really need to act of that high caliber. And what you can do is try to be involved. So when you're contacted like, hey, I want you to be a cosplay guest, ask that convention organizer, well, what can I do for you? Can I do panels? I know a lot about leatherworking. I can do a whole hour worth of leatherworking. And that's great because somebody over on the other side of the convention doing what's called event coordination, they need to fill in so many bracketed slots for panels, for other events, and they need to have multi-diverse programming so at any one time at the convention there's 2 or 3, 4 different things that everybody can go to so that you don't get those angry online reviews saying, man, the convention was awful on Friday, there was nothing to do. If you have different kinds of programming, cosplay, video games, etc., you'll never run into that problem, which is why people have cosplay guests. So ask your cosplay director, what is it that I can do for you? How can I help? The other thing is try to basically do a little cross-pollination. If you're being invited as a cosplay guest and they're saying, hey, look at how great Cosplayer Sama is, you can say, hey, you know, I'm going to this convention, I'm really thankful to be there, thank you to all the attendees. You can make a Facebook update, a YouTube update, maybe send them a video so they can post that on their website so they can know that, hey, you know, Cosplay-san is coming into town, you should be really excited. The other thing you can do is get involved in the judging process early. Find out what the rules are if you're judging a cosplay contest. Find out what the categories are. Sometimes those aren't always figured out. Sometimes that's a moving target because a cosplay director only has so much budget and he can only buy so many trophies from that. And that's something that, you know, there's give and take and they're working on processes to finalize that, but at least try to get a jump start on it because then you can be, you know, really involved in the decision-making process and it won't feel rushed, etc. One of the things that I like to do when I do cosplay judging is just make like a little spreadsheet for me and all the other judges that just number down so that we can just write notes and be like, okay, this is cool. And that just takes a few seconds just to print that out. It's even better if you know what your cosplay trophies and what your award categories are going to be, because that way you know, oh, I'm looking for best craftsmanship. Well, I think this guy is best craftsmanship. I think this guy qualifies for that. Then afterwards, when you're going backstage and you're kind of discussing in those kind of heated judge discussions, you can be like, well, look, I've got notes and this guy's cool and you guys have notes because, you know, I provided those. So that's community oriented. So not only are you getting involved with the convention or the directors or the fan base or the other guests, but you want to really make sure that you grow. And part of that comes from going to a panel and not just putting on a spiel. You don't want to be like Paneltron 9000 with basically an exact plan on what you want to do. What makes a panel great, what makes all of this great, is that there's back and forth feedback. So don't just look at someone's costume when you're prejudging them and say, huh, that's Warblood, that's cool. Ask them, what is this made out of? Tell me how you came to use this fabric choice and not that fabric choice. That looks really excellent. How did you do that? Now, granted, you don't have the time to do that for everybody, but do it within reason. Really give it your all. And the same thing can happen. Take questions when you're doing a cosplay panel. Don't save it till the end. Make it this ongoing discussion and be willing to be flexible so that you can jump around from topic to topic. Granted, you're going to get a little tongue-tied every now and again, but you want to make sure that you're interactive. You want to make sure that you're really part of that community. Now, you do have to conserve your energy. This is going to take a little bit more of your schedule than an ordinary cosplay adventure that you might have at a convention. But here's the thing. Remember that what you're there for. Remember that you're a cosplay guest. So don't overbook the photo shoots and don't party all night. Don't show up to a panel like, oh my god, guys, it was amazing. And granted, they'll laugh because it's funny. But at the same time, that's not what they paid for. That's not why they're waiting 20 minutes in advance to see you, or maybe they want to get an autograph or have something signed. You'd be surprised. Some people really care about this, and they really care about you. So all in all, if I had to have one theme that you take away from this, it's be respectful, be thankful to be there, be humble. Because if you watch videos of people accepting awards, like at the Academy Awards or stuff like that, they're amazed. They're not like, oh, duh, of course it's going to be me. They're really just amazed that it was them and not somebody else, and they're going to do the best they can with the fact that it was them and not somebody else. So that's what you can do. You can be thankful, guys. So good luck. Let me know if you get a cosplay guest invite. You can comment below. We can help you get coached into the ultimate cosplay guest, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Be sure to subscribe for more updates. I do cosplays, remixes, vlogs, all kind of stuff. Till next time.